This is Open Line.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Open Line. Thank you for joining us tonight. I am Carrie Sharp. Tonight's topic is the death penalty. And if you had not heard, in just a few days, on Thursday, Tennessee is scheduled to execute its first inmate in 9 years. His name is Billy Ray Irick, 59 years old. That's going to be our topic tonight, is the death penalty overall in Tennessee, and focusing on this case as well. As with any death penalty case, right before an execution happens, there is always a flurry of activity, mostly on the court side of things, before an execution. That is certainly the case with this trial, or this case, and we are seeing it play out tonight. I've asked Jason Land to come up from the newsroom. He's following this for us for tonight for News Channel 5 at 10. He's going to give us an update on the case and where it stands and what's happening on the court side of things. Hannah Cox is also here. She's the national manager for conservatives concerned about the death penalty. Hannah, thanks for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You know, there are so many issues, so many opinions, so many strong feelings when we talk about the death penalty, but I want to get the facts on the table first. Jason, you're here to kind of bring us up to speed. First, tell us about the case and then where things stand tonight. Things happen in just the last few minutes.
Yeah, this really is developing in just the last few minutes or so. We'll get to that in just a second, but first, by way of some background, of course, Billy Ray Irick is going to be the first person executed in Tennessee in the last 9 years. His own execution has been delayed 3 times up until now. The question is really going to be, is this going to be delayed again? And there's a lot of different processes going on surrounding that. Irick himself has filed a lawsuit with 32 other inmates challenging the legality of the 3-drug injection protocol, saying that it amounts to cruel and unusual punishment, an argument that we've heard in other states and other times quite a bit. A Davidson County chancellor heard that case and said the state can go ahead with the execution. That got appealed to the Tennessee State Supreme Court. And just a few minutes ago, the State Supreme Court announced that they will not issue a stay of execution for Billy Ray Irick. They said that this case likely would not succeed on the merits, is what it's called, meaning that the case likely wouldn't be won. We're talking about his specific appeal about that 3-drug protocol. So because of that, they said they were not going to issue a stay of execution. Even so, there are a lot of different options that are still on the table, although this sort of diminishes a few of them at this point. First of all, Governor Haslam could issue a stay of execution himself. He has the power to do that. He could also grant clemency in this case, meaning he could commute his sentence to life in prison. So we're told he is reviewing the case on that. So that's one possible opportunity.
And he has said he wasn't going to decide on that, or at least make an announcement until after the court action had played out.
Right, that's right. We're going on with that court action, the state Supreme Court now ruling that they are not going to issue a stay. The option is still there for the U.S. Supreme Court to issue a stay. They could appeal it to the U.S. Supreme Court. Although I learned just in the last few minutes that Irick's attorney says at the moment they do not plan to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. So that's sort of new information there as well. Also, this same lawsuit that has been filed on the state level could be filed on a federal level as well. So going through all this same process on a federal level, a lot of different ways this could all play out before we can say for sure that Irick will be executed on Thursday, if at all. The biggest factor here is this lawsuit that he's a part of is still active, still being appealed, and still going through that process. So we're going to have to wait and see kind of what happens with that, perhaps, before we see what happens on Thursday.
And again, those lawsuits mainly deal with that 3-drug protocol, which we've seen, as you said, in many other states being played out, and they continue to be so, but he could be executed before anything happens with these lawsuits.
That's right. Although, as we just heard the state Supreme Court saying they don't think that he or the other people in that lawsuit are likely to succeed on the merits of that lawsuit. So they're saying they can go ahead with the scheduled execution. Now, meanwhile, with all of this going on, there's a whole Department of Corrections procedure happening right now and into tomorrow, where they call it Death Watch, where they will take the prisoner, they'll take Billy Ray Irick from his assigned cell and move him to the building where the execution chamber chamber actually is. He'll be in a cell there for about 3 days, 72 hours before his scheduled execution at 7 p.m. on Thursday. His visitation is limited. That's where they ask him if he would like a final meal, his last meal. But we are told as of right now, those steps have not happened yet. He's not been moved to death watch yet, as all this court activity continues to play out.
This is going to be a very active next couple of days as we watch all of this happen. Jason, I know you're on top of it. We will have the very latest for you tonight on News Channel 5 at 10, so make sure you join us then and for the next few days as well as we watch this case very closely. We're going to take a quick break, but this is Open Line tonight. We are talking about the death penalty in Tennessee. Go ahead and give us a call if you have any questions. The number is right there on the bottom of the screen, 615-737+. When we come back, we'll talk with Hannah about some other issues in this case and mental illness and how does that factor into the death penalty. More on that coming up after the break. Thank you, Jason.